Hey you guys, I did not announce this at all, so I'm just jumping on here to do a quick Q&A, say hi, catch up on life, see how everyone's doing. I am currently listing. I have a ton of stuff that I need to list actually, so I'm distracting myself by chatting with all of you guys. It's been a really busy day so far. We have had dentist appointments with the kids, and I feel like that always throws my morning off. Shipped a ton of stuff. Sales have been crazy today, so I'm grateful for that, but yeah, just thought I'd chat with you guys, see how everyone's doing, see if there is anyone who has questions. Hey you guys, hey Mike. So, how's everyone's week? Yeah, today's sales have already been super crazy. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have found a ton of really cool sneakers lately. So, oh, whoops. And that's been really fun. It's been fun to list. I'm new to the sneaker game, but I actually wanted to just chat for a second about, I don't know how new this is. It's probably a few months old, but the eBay authentication program for sneakers, I actually think this is quite old. How eBay is authenticating sneakers over $150. And I guess even if the buyer wants to return the item, it'll also be authenticated on its way back to you to make sure that the buyer isn't sending you back a fake pair. So I think that's kind of cool. I do think it would probably frustrate the buyer if it takes a while to like process and get through to them, but I do think I appreciate the way they're trying to mitigate risk and protect the seller and the buyer in that way. So that's kind of cool. So if anyone's used that before, let me know your experience. And I also think it's kind of interesting that they changed the price from over $100 to over $150, probably because they're backed up quite a little bit. Hey guys, Josh, how's it going? Good afternoon. Yeah, Josh and I have something in the works. Am I allowed to say? I'll just be quiet. It's probably nothing. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Let's see. Do I take pictures of my new tags items that I have been sourcing retail? Or do I use stock photos? Just depends. I take pictures. Actually, it doesn't depend. I always take pictures. I will just say that. So that's been really fun. New tags items are great because I don't have to clean them. I don't have to worry so much about stains or disclosing anything. They're just new. So that's been really nice. Thank you, Kenneth. Good to see you. Destiny, hi. Angry Mom Flips, hello. That's me today, Angry Mom. I was like, you guys, everyone's dental checkup went well. My youngest does have one small cavity. So we just told him he's got to floss more. And my brother's a dentist, and one of my best friends is a dentist, and her husband's a dentist. So you'd think that we would be more on top of it with my kids, but dang it, they're special. It's a secret. Okay, sorry, I just said on a live stream. Secret? What secret? Nothing's going on. Josh is really cool, you guys. I just love that he passed the 100K mark on YouTube, and I can't wait for that video. 100,000 subscribers. That is unreal. He has seriously had the most astronomical growth. Oh, you found Josh from this channel, Flor Rebel. If all this channel serves a purpose to do is funnel people over to Josh's channel, I'll have done my job. That's all I want to do. Go to Josh. Come here, hang out with me, but ultimately stay with Josh. He's better at this. Amber, hey. Okay, Amber had a video, if you guys don't know, about Poshmark possibly having an update to the way you search and how it will search items that are relevant to what you're searching for versus what's just shared. And what happened is, okay, I guess it looks like they rolled back the Poshmark change. Oh no! Okay, so they don't see the change anymore. So it was kind of this thought that maybe Poshmark won't put so much value into just shared or shared items into the relevancy of the search. And unfortunately, I guess it looks like they're rolling that back. Poshmark. Poshmark has a pain point for me because of that. I don't like selling on Poshmark because I don't want to have to share and I don't want to have to like do that social aspect. eBay, I list it and it's over and I'm done and I don't think about it anymore. And what's nice with eBay is you can just use promoted listings. Like let's say I want to have the same functionality kind of that sharing has. Well, I can just promote my listing on eBay. It'll show up at the top of the searches and I'm done. I don't know. So that's been my roadblock with Poshmark. It's why I don't do it. And even the time it would take me to cross post, I just feel like my time would be better spent flooding my eBay store with tons of great inventory and focusing on that. So far it's been really good. When I first started YouTube, oh, I was one of the first channels you subbed to. That's so nice. I don't know what I'm doing with YouTube. In fact, I was just trying to figure out a way to live stream using my Canon G7X Mark II, and I don't think you can do that. I think you need the Mark III. So that's fun. So clearly I know what I'm doing. YouTube is seriously the hugest blessing, and I love connecting with all of you guys. And I'm so grateful that you make allowances for me being old and not knowing things. And so thanks, you guys. I don't use Sellhound. I've heard good things, but I don't. Thanks, Brittany. I do promote my listings. It just depends. Yeah, you can promote them at the suggested rate that eBay has. You can promote them all at just 1 or 2%, and you'll see a boost there. As I raise my promoted listings, I have seen more of a boost, but it all depends on what you're comfortable with and what you feel good about, but it's been good. Hey, Marie, thank you. Let's see. Luna, hi. I would love a series from you about how to sell $2,000 monthly on eBay. Oh, a series. That's a really good idea. I could do that. Okay. How to sell $2,000 a month on eBay. That would be really fun. Hopefully it wouldn't require me to have a separate eBay store because my brain can only juggle so many things. But I do think that would be really fun. And maybe I do it with just thrifting. I do want to get back to thrifting videos. I just haven't needed to because I've been getting most of my stuff online. So, yeah, I will do that. That's a great suggestion. And I'll figure something out. I am looking to incorporate more like series into my YouTube channel, but I just, it's been rough. Hey, Michael, you didn't miss anything. We went to the dentist. That's what we're talking about. It's so good to see you here. Always good to see you. You know what, Michael? I need to put more content on TikTok. That is something that I'm not doing that I need to be doing. What happened with TikTok, if you guys aren't on TikTok, it's seriously, it is so fun and so addicting. I put a few videos out there, and a couple of my videos went super viral. Not super, kind of viral. And that like scared me and I ran away. So that's fun. Don't be me. I should have just pushed my foot on the gas and been like, cool, I'm getting some traction, but instead I hid. I put my head in the sand and ran away because that's me. I'm really good at this. I'm so good at social media. Let's see. Josh says, I've done a video like that where I had to start a new store and it was a ton of work. Ooh, that's right. Josh has a series. Don't you have one on going to 10,000 in sales? I think that's what it is. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work. My son is expressing, my oldest son is expressing a lot of interest lately in starting his own store and his own stuff. I think that would be so fun to do. He's really into wanting to do some of the stuff that I'm doing. So the only issue is, with YouTube guidelines with children, I get a little nervous and I'm not sure how to proceed with that, but I think it could be a really fun series he and I do together to grow something and to show how it's done step by step. I don't know. Just brainstorming, all those things. Can I talk about how I got ungated on Amazon, Karen? Yes. Okay. Amazon, when I started Amazon, it was 2016. It was a different time. It was not insane like it is today. The application process today is much harder than it was back then. And most things were not gated. Nothing was gated back when I started. So I was one of the lucky few who started without gating, and then a few months into it, I believe things started to get gated or restricted. I wouldn't say nothing was restricted. Maybe there were a few things they were restricting, but then they started to roll out a lot of restrictions. So what they look at is how many things you have sold. How much have you sold on Amazon? Are you consistently selling? What volume are you bringing in? And then they will start to ease back restrictions for you. And certain brands have just a threshold of how many items you've sold, how much feedback you have before they start letting you sell. So what it is, it's an attempt to weed out fraudulent sellers, people who are selling counterfeit stuff, bad sellers. And as long as you maintain a really healthy Amazon account, you will start to get ungated in things that you previously were gated in. I hope that makes sense. Is my focus on eBay or is it a mix with Amazon? It's a mix with Amazon, and Amazon's just trickier to talk about. I have a couple videos about things I look for Amazon, how I send shipments to Amazon. It's just, Amazon is just harder to discuss in great detail, but I'm trying to figure out better ways to make content around it. Like I can't do a go to the store with me and get stuff for Amazon video because everyone shares one listing, right? It's not like eBay where you just list all of your own stuff. Everyone shares a listing, and you want to keep it on the DL what you're listing on Amazon. So it's not always the best idea to just flood, that information out there, especially if you have some good SKUs that are doing well for you. So yeah, it's just a little tricky, but I love doing it. 0 to 1,000 in 30 days. Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason I thought it was 10,000. Okay, that is awesome. We have 7 kids, been doing eBay and Amazon full-time since 2009. Wow. Wow. 7 kids and full-time doing eBay and Amazon. That is awesome. That is goals. That is something that we would love to work towards. That's so great. I'm struggling buying at thrifts. I prefer buying wholesale. Do you have any recommendations? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really can't. That's another thing that's kind of going to be like Amazon where I cannot say a word. I'm really sorry. Just start searching, and I promise you, after some bad buys, the good buys will come. Hopefully that is enough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really can't share a lot about that. I wish I could. It would be like shooting myself in the foot. I just can't. But I will just say, if you guys don't limit yourselves with your thinking that opportunities aren't out there, because there are more opportunities than any of us can capitalize on ever. There's always, always, always more. And that's something that I've learned to tell myself over and over again as I'm thrifting, garage sailing. People ask, like, are you worried about competition at thrift stores or garage sales or whatever? I never am, because there's so much. I just have that mindset and that mentality of there's an abundance. There will always be plenty for everybody. And I'm always going to try to stay a step ahead and find great stuff. And it doesn't scare me. It doesn't worry me. That being said, I don't want to share exactly where I'm getting everything or how I'm getting everything right now. So thrifting is still great. Garage sales are still great. Love, 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 love. Great way to start and roll things into huge amounts of capital to then, the only reason I'm able to do what I'm doing now is because I had a lot of capital from my other endeavors that I was able to now bulk buy a little bit more. So let's see. One of the things my last video said is if I didn't do the things I didn't want to do, then I'd never do anything. That is so true. Oh, I'm so glad that motivated you. That is literally, I think that's originally like a Mel Robbins quote, and it's so true to me because I just, if I wait until I feel like doing something, like it could be exercise, it could be cooking dinner, it could be, doing this live stream, listing. If I waited till I felt like it literally would not happen, because I never feel like doing anything but eating DoorDash and laying around and watching shows. I totally feel like doing that. I feel like napping, but I have to just fight that and realize that it doesn't make me happier. It doesn't make me feel very good. And I always feel great after a day when I've said yes to the things I didn't want to do. I guess that's it. Long story short, tell me about the Lily Pulitzer maxi dresses, where I got them, what I paid, everything. Sorry, no. But those were a great score. I think I'm almost out, but they're selling for like $100 each, and I had 20 plus, and they sold so fast. And gosh, dreams do come true. Those were great. Oh, when kids get it, okay. Yes, my kids, I'm teaching them some different things. I'll just put it like that. I'm teaching them, you know, so what's funny is I was a school counselor before I became a mom slash reseller, whatever it is that I do. And part of my school counseling job was we had interviews with the students about college and career readiness, right? That was a really big aspect and component. And we're looking at their grades, we're writing down, what do you want to study? College, college, college. That's what a lot of the schools are just really wanting to push the kids towards, because statistics, it looks good, you want kids to go to college. That's been the mentality, right? And I'm a big fan of education. Don't get me wrong. I love my education. I value it. Do I think it's the exact path for everybody? I really don't. I think trade schools are great. I think reselling is great. I think being an entrepreneur is phenomenal. It takes a ton of work, but it's so much fun and it's so awesome. So while I'm telling my kids, grades are important, college is important, if I see them on a path of success and hard work that takes them maybe in a different realm, there's no way that I'd be like, no, 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 stop your business or stop what's working, go back to college, or, end it and go full time, because I don't think it's for every single person. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm not poo-pooing on education, because I'm not. But, a lot of the most successful entrepreneurs didn't go to college or didn't finish it. So, I don't know, just a couple thoughts. If I'm behind on messages, I'm sorry. Oh, thanks, Josh. $20. Do you know how many Diet Cokes that's gonna buy me? Thank you so much. That is so nice. That is so sweet. The flipping accountant, he's great. Justin is great. Mark, not your dad's CPA, is also great. There's a lot of good CPA accounting advice for resellers there, but specifically Justin shares a lot of the things he flips on Amazon, which is awesome. So he's more open about that. Let's see. The Money Badger on TikTok has a whole list of products you can automatically get engaged in on Amazon. Awesome. Okay, that's great to know. TikTok, you guys. TikTok is a wealth of information. I swear I learned so much on that app. I go to TikTok University. Thank you, Michael. That's good. That's good advice. For Amazon target ROI, it's a very good rule of thumb. The rule of thirds. You buy something for $5, you sell it, well, that's probably a bad example because Amazon's different. If you buy something for $10, sell it for $30, Amazon keeps 10, 10 pays you back, and you keep $10 profit. It's 100%. But it is totally dependent on what you're selling, the volume of what you're selling. Like if you have 100 of something that give you $5 each, but they sell really fast, would you say no to that? No. So that's what's great about Amazon. You just have to figure out what's right for you and what profit's going to work for you. Personally, the more that I make, the more room my margins give me, the better I feel. I don't like to do slim margins, so do whatever works for you. But I think that's a good rule of thumb. Keep the secrets and profit. Thank you, Illinois picker. Let's see. Yeah, there's enough for everyone. Sorry. How would I ship hubcaps on eBay? You know what? I have hubcaps I need to sell. That's so funny. They're really big. I would probably do FedEx home delivery. That's been the cheapest way to sell really big, bulky things. It's funny you mentioned hubcaps. I literally have hubcaps in the garage. I have not listed that I'm not sure how to price even. I don't see any comps. So that's going to be fun. But do I have any baby names? We have some we're floating around. I'm not going to share yet because it's a little scary to put your baby name out there, and then if you really like it and someone else doesn't like it, it can like break your heart a little bit. I will say I love my son's names, Calvin and Graham. Love, love, love. So it's hard to come up with a third boy name. I had a girl name already. Was so excited about, and I'm so excited for a boy, but it was just easier that I had the name ready. So we're just going to have to think about it. And my kids are coming up with some very interesting names. Calvin wants to name him Hobbs, which, be really cute and fun, but maybe that wouldn't work out so great for teasing and bullying. Uh, let's see. Yeah, you have to, if you don't have a scale to weigh things there, it's $20. $20 to get a scale. So I say invest in it. All right. College sucks. Oh no. Uh, vintage Diet Coke windbreaker. I'll buy it from you. No, no, no. Don't send it. I'll buy it. I will happily buy that from you. Yeah, college, I would say especially college if you're going out of state. No, no, no. We have a kids college funds going, right? We have a 529 plan for both of our sons, and we'll set one up for this baby too. We have money in there, we invest in it, but it is only enough, it's only going to be enough for an in-state school. There's no way that we want to encourage our kids to go out of state by any means. I do not think that's necessary at all. I've never had an employer once care where I went to school, nor do I want another employer ever again. But I just don't think it's worth hundreds of thousands. And you hear, like on the Dave Ramsey show, I don't know if anyone listens to that. I don't listen as much anymore, but people call in with so much debt, and it is like, it's a huge weight that they have to carry and dig themselves out of, and it's such a stress. So we don't want that for our kids. We're going to encourage them to stay in state. We have the funds for them to do that. But if they were like, Mom, I want seed money to do this project, I'd be like, awesome, I'll invest in you. So it just depends. But, that's one of the biggest blessings that we had as when we were first married, me and my husband. I went to an in-state school. I had some college debt. I want to say it was like $12,000. And because we were good little savers, and lived very cheaply, we did something in the Bay Area, as a tangent, called apartment managing, where if you stay in an apartment, we were in Oakland, California, if you stay in an apartment and you manage the building, then you get basically free rent. So we did that, and I fielded calls and worked with the mechanic and the repair guy to fix things, repair things, paint things, replace things, and his name was Mario. He was the nicest. He was so awesome. I would leave him like work orders in the garage and have everything, ready to go, field calls, set up showings for new apartments. It was a lot of work, but we got free rent, and in the Bay Area, that's pretty awesome considering how expensive it can be to live there. And especially now, my gosh. So, sorry, long tangent, but we were able to just pay, once it came due, we didn't even do payments, we just paid it right off. And we pretty much started our marriage just with no debt, which has been awesome because we've just been able to save, save, save. And I did learn a lot of my money saving skills from my husband, who is already a penny pincher. I don't think I was as good as him. He's pretty thorough. Oh, thank you, Zero Cool. Any advice for starting on Amazon FBA? Would you do a video on the basics? Absolutely. There are a lot of good things you can start with on Amazon. There's a lot you won't be gated in. It's easy to get discouraged with things being gated and restricted, but you can always start with books, used electronics usually. I will absolutely do a video about that. I think that would be a great starter video for Amazon. And yeah, I will actually, I'm gonna write that down on my phone where I keep all of my all of my YouTube ideas. Amazon FBA. I run out of ideas. I'm not very creative when it comes to YouTube, so I'll do that. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back up and look at some questions. Your 9-year-old just started her eBay store. That's great. Awesome. How much do I price based on sold comps versus instinct? I pretty much always look up comps. If it's like, shoes, I just want to be really careful, especially Nikes, right? Like you pick these things up and it's really hard to tell for me who doesn't know grails that well what something will sell for. And you could be holding something that's hundreds of dollars and you wouldn't know. So I don't do instinctually pricing with that. But anything like a top, Free People tops, free Anthropologie tops, or really basic standard tops, J. Crew, that I just generally know, okay, this is about what that sells for, I will just price, pretty flat, like a pretty standard flat price, and let it go for that. So I guess, sorry, it just depends. But I would say, err on the side of looking it up versus just listing it, because that's when disaster happens and you sell something for way less than you meant to. Oh, and the reason you started reselling. Yes. It's not that scary, is it? It's awesome. You sent the wrong item on global shipping program this week and it cost you a fortune to have I ever done this? Oh no. I'm so sorry. I have sent the wrong item before and it was a nightmare. I don't think it's happened. I think it's happened once. And I just hated myself and it just sucks. So yeah, just if there's anything you can do to work with the buyer and refund and apologize, then I would for sure do that. But it's just one of those things that happens on eBay. That's just the price of doing business. Okay, Ash, do you weigh your items when listing and selecting shipping options? No, I don't. I don't, because I'm trying to go as fast as possible. So I just have templates for everything that I list. Shirts are $4.95. I probably should adjust these, by the way. Sweaters are, 6, jeans are 6, and jackets are 10, shoes are 10. I just have a flat, all of those fit in all of those things. Even if, someone's paying up a little bit for a pair of flip-flops that has a $10 fee on it versus, a sweater that's maybe a little heavier, maybe I'll go in and adjust that one, but I just don't. I think after a while you start to get used to, okay, this will fit in a padded flat rate, this is going to be a first class. But yeah, I just have templates and they all cover my shipping fees most of the time. Sometimes I pay up a little bit more for shipping than I meant to. Hence the reason I need to go back and adjust my shipping prices probably. Let's see, your good friend is naming their baby Kyler. Oh, Kyler's cute. The problem with working in a school, and other teachers or counselors, you tell me if this is your experience as well. I know a Kyler from my schooling days that was like not the best student. So that name is now tainted forever. So it's one of the things is really hard to do is go through names and be like, oh, I knew a kid named that. That kid drove me crazy. And then suddenly that name is gone. Let's see. Oh, it is a really awesome community here. I agree. This is a cool, like the tribe that we've built is so awesome. And I just feel like everyone here really wants to motivate and get everyone freed from freed from whatever it is that's holding them back. Debt, a corporate job, a job they don't like, and just show them that with the internet, with eBay, with Amazon, you really can do cool things if you're willing to put in a lot of work up front without any pay. I'm thinking of like Graham Stephan, right? Or Josh, me, anyone who's started on like a YouTube channel, for example, it takes a lot of content before you're seeing money come in. And same with eBay, you're putting in a lot of money to then roll that into more inventory, and it's a process. But anyone who's willing to do that and put in the work, a year or two down the road, you'll start to see these incredible results, and it's so worth it. So, I knew this girl that went like $80 into debt for a biology degree. Oh, 80K, I'm guessing 80K, and ended up working at a grocery store. She decided to go back to the same private college. No, 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 no. You're joking. Sea turtle studies, no. This is not real. I reject this information. No. I mean, if you have a passion for something, it really is one of my life goals to get my PhD in psychology. I think it'd be fun for me. I think it would be an awesome life goal because I want to do it and fund it, and I have the means to do that. But to get another degree, I mean, that is really pigeonholing yourself into one category. That's really hard. And yeah, that's not marketable. I feel maybe, you know what though? You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say maybe she will create something really cool with that degree and all of her knowledge and start a YouTube channel with it. I don't know. But that's crazy. Private college. Oh, don't get me started on private college. Okay. Yeah, I don't agree with everything Dave says either. I'm 100% in that corner. I use credit cards for everything. We use credit card points for all of our travel. And we don't, for a while, we believed in like paying off our home early, right? Until our, I don't know. My husband should be on this live stream to help talk with you about this because he can be more articulate about it all. But we refinanced our interest rate on our house to like 2-something%. So would we take all of the money that we have in investments out, which are growing at a rate far higher than that, to pay off something that has a 2% interest rate? That's the question. And that's where maybe Dave and we don't necessarily agree in the moment. I get the value in it. It's awesome. But yeah, I think, and again, he's doing great work. And it is like, when we were first married, like we read Financial Peace and all of that stuff. And we don't like debt. We don't want debt. We do all the things he says, but the credit cards we use, and we don't know that we necessarily want to pay off our home as fast as we can. We're happy paying it off early, and we still want to do that. But anyway, did I just put my foot in it? I hope not. They're great, and I think they have great advice, for sure. And we do want to pay off our home early, but I don't know that we are willing to liquidate investments to do that. Does that make sense? Okay. You like the first names that are also last names. Reagan and Turner, those are good ones. Those are really good ones. I've always liked the name Truman. I think that's a good name. Totally agree on starting Amazon FBA for beginners. Good, good, good. Oopsie, I'm scrolling past. Is it okay to ship items when you're sick, not knowing if it's COVID or the regular flu? If this is a real question, I would say I think that the rate of transmitting COVID via a surface is 1 in 10,000. So I think it's pretty low, but yeah. Well, so anyway. But me just saying that probably demonetized this. Let's see. Work part-time and do eBay part-time and mom all the time. Oh yeah, mom is all the time. All the time. Let's see. Yeah, so many names wasted by being a teacher. How long before you purge an inventory item? I actually don't. I should. I probably should. I just don't. I've let them sit, and I actually probably need to go through all of my old listings and find out which ones have been sitting for too long and move them along. But probably I'd say a year is a good time. Maybe once a year, summer slowdown, it's a good time to reassess and send stuff to ThreadUp or wherever you want to send it. Do you think it's a must having a big presence on social media to make eBay work? Absolutely not. The biggest sellers that I know don't have any social media. Like I was at eBay Open, I think it was 2 years ago now. And I was at lunch and, you grab lunch from the buffet and I was by myself. So like I just sat down at a random table. I was like, who can I sit with? And I talked to these two guys, these really nice guys. And they, I sat down next to them and we chatted. It was at like a big circular table. And they were just telling me, yeah, we have a 60,000 square foot warehouse. And, we're getting truckloads every day. And we sell everywhere. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I'm getting out my phone, like taking notes. Like, wait, what do you do? So they're massive, massive sellers, and they just don't have the time for social media. So they're just like, there are some, if you ever like have an opportunity to go to a meetup or eBay Open, if they ever do that again, or anything like that, you encounter some of the most incredible people and the most incredible sellers who are just quietly, absolutely crushing the game. So no, Now, I do think for a small seller like me, I think it helps. I love having help. I love having like extra eyes, maybe go to my items. But anyway, let's see. You know, a personal trainer who pays $900 every month for 7 years for his degree. Oh, that is killer. That is killer. Okay, sorry, I'm going back up. I hate social media, but you like learning from me. That's nice. I haven't started selling, but I want to. Do you think it's necessary to be on social media or have a YouTube channel to be successful? I think, look, I don't think social media is for everybody. I don't think YouTube is for everybody. And if Josh is still here, maybe he can chime in too. It's hard work. It's like a whole other hustle. And it's awesome. It's been such a blessing for me. But I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think everyone wants to do it. I don't think everyone wants to have to deal with the ramifications of it, which is more attention or more, negative comments, trolls that come in can be a little demoralizing. But I think it's awesome, and it's super helpful, and it's great. It just, I don't know. That probably doesn't even answer your question. I don't think it's necessary though, at all. You do not need to have a social media to have a really successful online store. Awesome. eBay is working for Turtlebug Inc. That's great. Yeah, no social media. You probably have 0 ulcers and a lot less stress in your life. You hate being in front of the camera. Oh, I get it. I mean, I hated it too. And it's still not easy for me, but it's gotten easier because I'm just used to it now. All right. I'm going to probably wrap this up in just a little bit. Hi, Roxy. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Dragonspire. That's so nice. Yeah. Okay. I probably should get back to work, actually. Should probably jump back out and do some work. I just wanted to hop on real quick, though, and say hi. And I hope you guys are doing well. I think I missed some questions. I'm really sorry if I did. Hopefully, though, this had some, I don't know, answered some questions, helped you distract yourselves for a minute, entertained you while you were listing or working or doing whatever. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Oh, one more. Timothy has a pretty good stock of old baseball cards and Pokemon cards and 2 sons with the summer camp coming up. What advice would you give to our startup eBay? Oh, okay. That's awesome. So that is great. Base sports cards, Pokemon cards are, like, as you guys all know, huge right now. And I would say, I mean, it depends on how well you know each card. Just start with as many cards as you can with looking up the comps and start listing. I noticed a huge boom when I started listing over 200, when I had over 200 items in my store. And just have a goal with your kids to do, 10 a day, 20 a day, and you'll start to see huge results from that. But yeah, okay, I should probably go. We've got some noise in the hallway, so it's probably time. You guys are awesome. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to end the stream. Hope you have a super awesome day. Bye.